New financial disclosures. President Donald Trump's re-election committee filed Sunday with the Federal Election Commission tell a story of two Trump campaigns. On one end, Trump, both by choice and circumstance, remains tethered to his 2016 presidential election effort. A federal investigation is probing whether he or his political aides colluded with Russians, and Trump himself frequently skewers his Democratic foil, Hillary Clinton, as if he didn't defeat her in November. Trump's campaign committee this summer spent more than $1 million on legal bills, disclosures show, much ostensibly stemming from the Russia controversy. All the while, Trump is racing forward with unprecedented haste to win re-election in 2020. He's conducting campaign rallies and raising millions of dollars in cash despite no one of stature, save perhaps, for Rep. John Delaney, DMD, yet running against him. Here's a by-the-numbers look at some of the more intriguing, telling and odd figures the Center for Public Integrity discovered in the latest round of campaign finance filings for Trump and other federal politicos. $10,129,336 amount Trump's re-election campaign committee raised from July to the end of September. A few notable donors that made contributions include majority Washington Redskins owner Dan Snyder, billionaire John Katzimatidis, and Ashley Furniture founder and chairman Ronald Wainick. And two corporate political action committees also got an early head start in helping Trump fundraise. CVS Health and Lending Tree LLC, $36,469,896. How much money Trump's campaign raised during the first 9 months of 2017? $18,004,854. How much cash Trump's campaign committee had in the bank as of September 30, 1,114. Number of days until Election Day 2020. 0.25% of Trump's expenses that went to legal fees. Trump's campaign is helping foot the bill for his fees in special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election. Among the firms paid: Jones Day, Williams Jensen, Leibowitz Law Firm, Belkin Burden Wenig Goldman, LaRocca Hornick Rosen Greenberg Blaha, and the law offices of Alan S. Futerfus. The Trump Corporation also received $25,800 for legal consulting, $95,241 amount Trump's campaign spent from July 1 through September 30 on businesses starting with the name Trump, $167,149 amount Trump's campaign spent on merchandise, including hats, mugs, stickers, signs and shirts, $9,708,151. How much money two of Trump's joint fundraising committees raised from July 1 through September? Part of the funds raised by these joint fundraising committees go to Trump's own campaign, while the rest goes to the Republican National Committee. 8 minimum number of major 2016 presidential candidates still in debt, including Democrat Bernie Sanders, Republicans Marco Rubio, Scott Walker, Chris Christie, Rick Santorum, Jim Gilmore and George Pataki, and Libertarian Gary Johnson. But no presidential campaign in U.S. history still owes more than Newt Gingrich's 2012 campaign, which remains $4.63 million in debt through September. Gingrich campaign creditors include Comcast Corp., Twitter, and a company run by Herman Cain, another 2012 presidential Alsorn. 4 minimum number of major 2016 presidential candidates with zero debt, including Trump, Carly Fiorina, Ben Carson, and Ted Cruz. Clinton's campaign, which reported no debt earlier this year, had yet to file an updated disclosure Sunday afternoon. 14 number of municipal governments and public safety agencies. Sen. Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign committee, paid to settle disputed debts stemming from Sanders' campaign rallies. Sanders committee, as of September 30, still owed 9 more municipalities or agencies a combined $305,103, and a Sanders spokesperson could not immediately be reached for comment. The presidential campaigns of Trump and Clinton also continue to dodge numerous police protection bills. But unlike Sanders' campaign, Trump and Clinton don't acknowledge owing the money despite protestations from their municipal and law enforcement creditors. $67,867 amount Rubio's 2016 presidential campaign earned renting out information about its supporters. $146,425 amount Fiorina's presidential campaign transferred to a pro-Fiorina super PAC. $700 amount the campaign of Sen. Joni Ernst, Iowa, spent to rent a hay bale. That's a lot less than the $14,500 her campaign had to pay the FEC to settle a recent election law violation case. 6 number of incumbent Republican senators. Former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon reportedly wants to oust 88% $2.9 million worth donations to of Sen. Claire McCaskill, DMO, that came from small donations under $100, according to her campaign. McCaskill could face a tough re-election campaign next year as a Democrat in a state Trump decisively won. $421,788 amount the congressional campaign of former Rep. Michael Grimm, a New York Republican, owed law firm Squire Patton Boggs for past illegal work. Grimm spent 7 months in federal prison after pleading guilty to tax evasion and was released last year. $25,000 amount Grimm paid Squire Patton Boggs to settle the debt as he launches a 2018 bid to reclaim his old seat. A spokesman for Squire Patton Boggs did not immediately respond to a request for comment. $5,000 amount pro-Trump hybrid super PAC committee to defend the president contributed last month to Rep. Chris Collins, RNY, who's under congressional investigation for his private financial dealings. Several dozen other PACs gave Collins committee money, too, including those of Verizon, Lockheed Martin, Altria, the National Association of Realtors, and the American Bankers Association. $0 amount actor and Trump supporter Antonio Sabato Jr. received from Trump for his run for the U.S. House, where he's challenging Rep. Julia Brownley for her California seat. He raised a mere $41,855 so far this year, through September. Brownley raised 8 times that just through the end of June. Unknown how much Sen. Robert Menendez, DNJ, raised this summer while facing trial on federal corruption charges. Menendez has been actively fundraising for his re-election in 2018 campaign despite his legal woes. But because Senate candidates file their campaign finance disclosures on paper, not electronically as House and presidential candidates do, it'll be several more days until they reveal their fundraising figures. Carrie Levine contributed to this report.